Now this is where the old Great Lake Hotel was, sitting up there, and they pulled it down in 1963, and that was the only accommodation on the Great Lake from the 1920s to the 1960s. And then between 1963 and 1983, there was nothing here. And then Peter Wilson and Julian Brown, with a bit of help from Jim Allen, his minor shareholder, built 2 pubs in the 1 year. Stupidity at its best, but we did it. A little bit of arrogance, a little bit of we can beat them, you know. Anyway, it was a disaster really economically, but it's been good fun along the 20 years that I got involved with it. So anyway, but it was Peter Wilson who actually introduced me to fishing in the waves on the Great Lake, and Peter said in the pub one night, "You want to get out in the Great Lake at 6 o'clock at night. The fish are golden bars. They're just like golden sharks, and you find them outside the wall. They're nowhere else in the lake, I don't think, but outside the wall at 6 o'clock, you'll see heaps." So in those days, I had a little savage jabberoo, so out I come, and there they are. And I think I caught 14 or 15 fish on the first day. Went back to Peter Wilson and said, "Thanks, that was the best heads up I've ever had in fishing." And from that moment on, it opened up a whole new spectre, because I actually found the fish all over the Great Lake on a cobalt blue sky day, and when the wind's like it is today, quite a bit of chop on the water, and there's foam lines, and of course we've all become quite expert at it. But in those early days in 1983, no one fished on the Great Lake on sunny days. It was all trolling and grey sky days, and calm days as well. I think there was always a bit of early morning fishing, but he opened up a whole new window of fly fishing, which today of course is outstandingly popular. And something I also learned, the later the afternoon is, the fish glow. And I think it's the sun on the scales, and they glow very bright. And I've seen what I call golden bars in all sorts of lakes in Tasmania. Little Pine Lagoon on the black soil, Cameron's Lagoon, Bailey particularly. I remember one afternoon there walking back from Flora and Odell, and I stopped, and there were 3 golden bars just moving quietly along the edge. And of course, quite a few of the lakes that have black soil, the fish show out and they sit very high in the water. And I don't know what it is about 6 o'clock, but I think it's the angle of the sun on the scales of the fish that make them glow brighter. In those early days, we just fished a big beetle like a G-high beetle or a big red tag. And then, of course, the foam beetles came into vogue, and I think all of us use foam beetles now for most of our fishing, although the fish are getting smarter, and, a BBO hopper works extremely well on a calm, oily, slicky afternoon or morning, and smaller dry flies work too. But I use a beetle most of the time, and I'm also a bloke who uses 0.2 over millimetre leader, which is an 8-pound leader, where the good guys all fish 6 pound a day. But I'm a bit of an old dinosaur. The best shark fishing is always a good ripple on the water, small waves, light behind you, and to make the best use of the water, I like to zigzag 300 or 400 yards, then go the other way, then back and forth with the light behind you. And that's the ideal blue sky polaroiding. But the other factor of the Great Lake is foam lanes and wind lanes. And if I come along a good foam lane, I'll pull up the boat and drift down the foam lane for 10 minutes to see if there's any fish in it. Quite often, you'll catch a couple of fish in that foam lane. I'll just stay in the foam lane for as long as I possibly can. The foam lines is where the food is, and if you have a close look at a heavy foam lane, usually you can see midges, beetles, sometimes even an odd mayfly, grasshopper. And then when the water calms off, which it quite often does late afternoon, your polaroiding's gone because there's usually a bit of build-up of cloud or something, because in calm weather, clouds seem to build, and then you look for wind lanes, and the oily, slicky wind lanes can be deadly. And so the fishing's not over, really. You know, you can pretty well fish all day on the Great Lake in nice weather. And as the light goes down into the late afternoon, and the polaroiding's not as good, because the best polaroiding's between 11 and 3, you know, and then the light deteriorates slowly for the rest of the day. But if there's enough waves, you can fish all the way through to dark, because the fish are up on the surface, and I said before, they're golden bars, so it just depends on the day. My fishing today is, in this weather, is about as windy as I like. But this is perfect conditions. The only trouble with today, there's a heap of haze, and I suspect a bushfire somewhere. But if you get a cobalt blue sky day, you can see for 50 yards. Yeah, and well, like as an 80-year-old, my eyes aren't quite as good as yours. But, you know, the bottom line, the younger blokes see more fish than the older blokes nowadays. That's all right. I can live with that, still get a few.